Parang, hindi naman parang, pero baka may nagtataka sa inyo kung bakit ako nag-switch to Fuji, and this is very recent lang, and I came from a Sony full frame, the Sony A7C, and now I am using the Fujifilm XT4. Kasi yung iba baka sabihin na full frame ka na, ba't bumalik ka ng Fuji or ba't bumalik ka ng APSC? Sony yun, faster autofocus, faster everything and all, but nag-Fuji ka and ba't ka again bumalik ng APS-C. And then in today's video, i-explain ko sa inyo or sasabihin ko sa inyo bakit ako bumili ng Fuji or why I switched to Fujifilm XT4 coming from a full frame and now to an APSC. Malay natin, overrated yung full frame. Reason number 1 is 10-bit footage. Kasalanan to ni DJI Mini 3 Pro kasi yon 10-bit din yung footage ton and meron din siyang flat profile. So nagustuhan ko talaga mag-color grade using the 10-bit footages kasi ang grabe ng recovery ng highlights, ng shadows, and the dynamic range. The dynamic range, especially dito kasi meron tong mga DR settings and whatnot, is sobrang lupit talaga. Si Sony naman, medyo okay in a sense, pero it was an 8-bit camera and I was stuck at HLG or S-Log2 kasi if I would shoot in S-Log 3 or even S-Log in general is medyo mahihirapan ako kasi again, that was just a 10-bit, not a 10-bit but an 8-bit camera. Pero yun nga, full frame. Pero nonetheless, that is the reason number 1, 10-bit footages. Reason number 2 naman is the color science. Honestly, dati, gustong-gusto ko yung Canon color science. And then lately, yung mga tao ngayon, nagfu-Fuji na, sina Ryan Odensha, sila Junil, sina Direk Cyril, kung sino-sino man dyan sa mga communities natin. I'm just loving the colors na natural talaga at ang sarap sa mata. Canon, ewan ko, sorry Direk Ian Celis, pero I don't know, medyo lamang si Fuji for me. For me lang this is just basically for me in my own opinion. Reason number 2, color science, and the third reason is the frame rates. Sa Sony A7C ko, it could shoot up to 4K 30 FPS yata if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4K 30 FPS. And etong Fuji XT4, it can shoot up to 4K 60 FPS. Merong konting crap pero it's just close to none. Plus the full HD or the 1080p can shoot up to 240 FPS, which is hindi ko pa nasubukan, and then medyo nagigigil na ako dito nasubukan. Pero that's the reason number 3 but bumalik ako or bumili ako ng XT4 because of the 4K 60 and 1080p at 240p FPS. Sorry. Reason number 4 naman is somewhat this is my favorite talaga and favorite ng majority of the Fujifilm users is the film simulations. Itong film simulations compared to the Sonys, the Canon, and the Nikons and whatnot, medyo hindi to basic kasi this is somewhat your color profile pero meron ka ng mga pre-built presets si Fujifilm dyan and you can tweak it yourself para gawin mo ring recipes, and marami din online. You could just search for Fujifilm JPEG recipes and you could follow those recipes or those settings para mas maging madali sa'yo, especially for post-productions na ayaw mo na mag-edit. And my favorite talaga when it comes to film simulations is the Eterna and the Classic Chrome, and then medyo tinweak ko lang konti and wala nang edit sa Lightroom, shoot and then upload diretso sa Facebook, sa Instagram at kung saan man. So that's the reason number 4, the film simulations of the Fujifilm XT4. Reason number 4, XT4. Reason number 5, second to the last, is the form factor or ergonomics of the Fujifilm XT4. Kasi si Sony A7C, yun nga, malaki yung sensor, full frame, pero maliit naman yung body. I mean, it was not comfortable at all. Aside from when me doing vlogs outdoors, sobrang gaan niya. Pero when I come to do like photos and handheld videos and whatnot, medyo bitin talaga kasi sobrang liit, hindi kasya yung 4 na darili ko. So that's that's the downside of the Sony A7C. And one more thing which is a very big factor for me is finally etong Fujifilm XT4 is my decent, or not just decent, very good, great, perfect for me na viewfinder. Kasi yung Sony A7C sobrang liit, parang hindi talaga, ewan ko, parang unusable sa liit niya. Pero this one, parang ka ng professional when you're trying to look to the viewfinder. Kaysa yung Sony A7C sobrang liit, and this one is just perfect. And that's the reason number 5, form factor and ergonomics. The last reason naman this is one of the most important reason sa video na to is dahil kay GF, kay girlfriend. Kasi yung girlfriend ko, Fujifilm user din, and then way back before I started or before I upgraded to the Sony A7C, sabi niya mag-Fuji ka. Hindi ako nakinig, I went for the Sony, and now sabi niya sa akin, oh, di ba, bumalik ka ng Fuji. And this is somewhat a good thing for me. Hiraman na lang ng lente, hiraman ng mga ganon-ganon. So I already have instantly a B cam. So that's the reason number 6 and the final reason. And that is it for today's episode, everyone. I hope nagustuhan nyo to. I hope na-justify ko ba't ako bumalik ng APSC. And I hope bumalik din ka or bumili din kayo ng Fujifilm cameras, especially the XH2S is coming out pero parang hindi na kaya ng editing program ko. So that is all for today. Huge shout out to Ryan Odunshal and Salam Tehol for somewhat helping me decide. So yeah, God bless, stay safe, and oo nga, of course, kay Junil, peace.